Hi everyone, Paul Lange from Disciplined Trading Strategies with this week's Trade of the Week video. This week ending August 24th of 2025. This happened on Wednesday the 20th. The stock was TXN. This was based on a 60-minute major support with an entry on a 5-minute DBSB detail. Be a little flexible with that strategy. I'll explain why. It was more kind of a market call that day. Management advanced and reward to risk 1.5 to 1. This is picked as a favorite because it's kind of one of those examples about having something ready. I call it kind of in the back pocket in case the market does something. This is the day we had a little market sell-off in the morning that kind of quickly reversed. But before we get to the details of the trade, let's take a look what's free for members this week. Absolutely nothing. Sorry about that. We have nothing scheduled for this week. You can visit the free stuff page and get caught up on some prior educational events and Trade of the Week videos. You can also catch up on the DTS podcast. And also, there's a good chance I'm going to have an impromptu event this week, middle of the week sometime, so you will get an email about that if you are a DTS member. Back to the trade, daily chart of TXN. This was kind of part of the issue. This is on the watch list for that day. It wasn't a top feature to me. Kind of had some relative strength daily chart. I don't really like that daily chart, but you look at the hourly, you'll see why I like the daily chart. That's what it looked like the prior day when I saved this on a scan. And then the day of the trade, it did this. It opened, it fell in the morning, and then it snapped back very strong into the close. I only got about half that move, I hate to say. Hourly chart, this is why I saved this, because this is a nice hourly chart. So this is meant for day trading that day over the top in here or maybe off of this bottom. But what happened was we had a little oops in the market and it went into free fall mode. So since this is on the screen, this ended up right down here in this area. Now that is not normally something I would really love. It's an okay setup, but the key was that the market had puked during that time. So it's kind of a market trade, and I thought it had a lot of relative strength, meaning that if the market didn't necessarily come back, maybe this would, and maybe this would come back stronger than the market. You would have made money playing almost any market type stock or the market that morning, but this had a superior move, and that's why I like focusing on stocks sometimes. 5-minute chart, there's that little puke that happened right down to there. We opened there, free fall down to there on whatever happened that morning. Picked it up right off the bottom, off that major support area. Not the greatest entry in the world, but expected a decent move. 193.81 over that was the entry, and stop below 191.81, and we are underway. I took a fast target, and it wasn't all that cheap. It was right in there because that was kind of the normal expected move if we were just going to roll over again. Naturally, we had a huge move that day. You don't know what's going to happen. Took half the trade right there, and took the other half, I think, at the high of the day, which was a very reasonable thing to do. Could have got back into something like this, but you know, it already had a good move. It ended up going twice that far, so I didn't get the best on the targets, but it was a nice, safe trade and played that little market dip that morning. A little more detail here on the 1-minute chart. You can see the entry a little bit better down in here, right there, and then target 1 and target 2. If you like trades like this, come join us in the DTS Trading Room. Everything is well planned, watch lists out ahead of time. Basically, anybody who wants to could follow along almost all the time. I do focus on that opening hour for the most part, and oftentimes we're kind of done for the day, just managing out the rest of the day. If you like videos like this, check out the DTS Free Stuff page and check out prior Trade of the Week videos and also prior educational events. Until next time, this is Paul for DTS. Good trading, everybody.